So welcome back to a new video. Today I thought I'd do a scrapbooking video. So basically I'm not going to go in depth too much of what I've already done. I haven't really done that much in my scrapbook. But what you saw on the front was from a label maker, and I will link that below along with my scrapbook. They are both off Amazon and not too expensive either. So really good purchases. And on the first page, so I just put a few of my favourite memories written in the label maker, and then I just put some concerts and shows of things I've been to throughout the years. Then I just put some throwback pictures and some Polaroids, and this is my grandma's page. I still need to put a photo of her and I at the top there, that's why it's blank. Some of these pages are a bit unfinished, but as you can see, I sort of do it as and when I like, and sometimes go back to pages to finish them off. And then this is just a throwback to Tenerife and Ibiza, and then these are some more throwbacks that I need to finish and decorate the pages a bit more. And then this is just some of the tickets that I've been to on my travels, like train tickets and bus tickets and things like that. And then there's just some uni stuff like cards that I got sent when I went to uni. So on this page I'll be doing a throwback to 2017 when I was at college, and I'll just be including a lot of my friends and things, and just doing a cute page really. So I decided to use some pink washi tape, some sparkly washi tape, some white card and some blue card, and I'm just organising where I want things to go and cutting up pictures. When scrapbooking, don't be afraid to cut pictures up. I've also got 2 Polaroids there as well, and so I'm just cutting the pictures to size and seeing how I want them to be arranged really on the page. Just bear in mind that scrapbooking isn't a quick thing and it does take a long time, so if you are a scrapbooker, I would definitely recommend getting all your stuff out for like 1 to 2 days and just doing like a few pages at a time, because otherwise you'll have to get all your supplies out and everything and it just takes forever. So some of my favourite craft shops are The Range, Hobbycraft, Poundland's really good as well, and B&M also does some good things sometimes, especially if you're looking for like certain things for Easter or Christmas, like little stick-ons and stuff. I do a lot of card making, so I already have a lot of sort of card supplies and things I can stick on to make it pretty. So what I'm doing here is I'm just trimming around the edges, just to give it a softer look, because sometimes I leave it normal, but I like to give it a bit of a softer look sometimes. And what I do is, you'll see in a minute that I stick these on with glue dots, so these are really good. I'm not sure where these are from, but they sell them in most craft shops. I think they might be from The Range. They're only about £2 or £3, and they're just really easy to use. I much prefer them to double-sided tape because they're easier to stick on really quickly and they don't involve cutting anything or anything like that. So as you can see, I'm just putting 3 on the back of the Polaroid to stick it nice and securely onto the background. And I'm just positioning things how I like really. I get a lot of this patterned paper that I'm using from Hobbycraft, and also they do a lot of it on Amazon and The Range really. I just get a lot of supplies from those 3 places. And it's just really pretty to add borders because it gives it a bit more of a fun sort of look and makes the page a bit more interesting and aesthetically pleasing. I can't say that word. Sorry if you can hear wind in the background, that is my window. It's very loud today. So yeah, I'm just continuing to do this, and just bear in mind that scrapbooking takes a very long time. This is a 15-minute video, however, this does take like about an hour to do, to make it how you want, and when you're finished you'll see why, because I do a lot of other things on the page after I've stuck all this down. I was just wondering whether to put this at a slant or not, but I just decided to put it straight. So scrapbooking also does like take a lot of thinking about how you want to place things, because you don't want it to look bad or stick something in the wrong place and redo it all again. So you just really got to think like where you want something before you do put it down, because glue dots are a nightmare to get off because they are very strong. I've got one stuck to my finger once, and you can imagine how annoying that was. So these are my friends from college. Their names are Alice, Laurel, Megan, I think, and then there's a bunch of us in one of the photos. We went for a meal for my friend's birthday. This was back in 2017, so a long time ago. And I've sort of lost contact with these girls now. While Megan, I haven't, the one in the middle photo with the long dark hair. I don't know if you know the one I'm talking about, because it's just we've gone to different unis, doing different things with our lives, but hopefully we'll reunite one day. But it's all memories, so that's why I like to include them in my scrapbook, and people who I currently meet, and also people that I've come in contact with in the past that I might not have as much contact with anymore. And this was one of the cakes Laurel had for her birthday. It's really therapeutic as well doing scrapbooking. I find it really relaxing, and when you're in the mood it's great. When you're not in the mood and you're just forcing yourself to do it, don't do scrapbooking, because you won't find it joyful or anything. You won't get any fulfillment out of it, and you'll probably do things that you'll regret and you don't like on the page and then have to fix it at a later stage. So now I'm just putting the washi tape down, so I'm just cutting little bits. That one got stuck on the photo, which is a bit annoying. I'm not really doing it in any particular order, but I'm not putting them on every single photo, just a few, just to make it a bit jazzy and have something nice to look at, really. So now I'm just finding somewhere to put washi tape like down the side, and I'm just positioning it there because it looks quite nice when you just put a strip of it in certain places. It looks quite pleasing to the eye, and just to make it a bit more interesting and fill the gaps, really. Doesn't matter if you don't cut it completely straight, because scrapbooking is a bit scrappy. That's why it's called a scrapbook. So things can be a bit rough on the edges and raw. I did straighten that one up a bit because it was a bit jagged, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest. And then I found this little friend sign. I just put it under there to fill that little gap on the edge. And then I did actually think of doing these, putting these down to make sort of flowers, but I didn't like how they looked. So you'll find that I peeled them off, but I'm just going to fast forward it because I don't want to take up a lot of time just sticking them on and taking them off. So that's not actually what I did. So then I found some spare paper, like some printed paper, and I was just cutting these flowers out. So I was just cutting around the edge of them. I'm sorry, my camera kept going out of focus on this point, and I was just cutting around them. It doesn't have to be completely accurate, but make sure you get the outline as smooth as possible, because in that way it looks the most like they're just little things you've stuck on, but you've actually created them yourself. And I did about 5 of these just to fill the rest of the black space really, and I thought it goes with the pink glitter theme, just pink flowers, and I thought it looked really pretty when I was finished. So yeah, I thought this is a really good idea if you do want to fill space but you don't want any more pictures on the page because you don't want it to look too cluttered, or you don't have any more pictures from that type of month or days or anything like that. And then I was just putting my glue dots on, as per usual. Glue dots are my new best friend. I used to use double-sided sticky tape, but they're so much quicker and easier to handle and use. I think I'm going to have to buy some more very, very soon, because I've put probably about 100 in the scrapbook so far, and I've done about 6 pages. So this scrapbook is sort of going to be like my friends. This goes all the way back from like 2015 to 2020, and then I've got a smaller scrapbook for Marwan and I, because I want to do our love story separate and I want to do it more grown up, sort of. This is sort of like fun and lots of crafty bits in this scrapbook because I want it to look aesthetically pleasing, but I also want it to be like really fun and just take memories back to my childhood and my growing up years. But for the scrapbook for Marwan and I will actually be doing sort of like another scrapbook video, and I will do a lot of updated scrapbook videos of this when I've done a few more pages, and if I do a different type of sort of page, just with a lot of Polaroids or normal writing, or when I find my label maker things that I did previously in this scrapbook, then I will be including a lot more scrapbooking videos with those on. So next, I usually use tweezers for this because it is a bit more accurate to get the letters straight, but I wasn't too worried about getting the letters a tiny bit wonky for this, so I just used my fingers, and basically I'm just putting College 2017 in these little stickers. These were from the range, I believe. They're very cheap, and Poundland does a lot of these type of craft stickers too. I really love how they look, even though they're small, it's still very sort of easy to read and very pleasing on the eye just to read when you turn the next page, College 2017, and everyone knows that these photos are College 2017. So, and then I just smooth them over. And then I just smooth them over with my finger just to make sure it's all set in place. And that is basically the page done. I also add a little flower there, just because. And yes, that is the page done. And you can see its mess around it. And that took about an hour and 15, I would say. So yeah, I'm really happy with that page. That's just another flick through the pages I've already done. And that's my scrapbook.